Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Deputy Prime Minister, distinguished guests, Fran, Simon, thanks for your introduction and comments, and it is a real privilege so early in the new government to be in front of such a distinguished group of business people of importance to the New Zealand economy. It's my pleasure to introduce United States Deputy Secretary of Commerce Don Graves to the audience today. As Deputy Secretary of Commerce, Don Graves has played a central role in the development of the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, of course, the US's new initiative for economic engagement in our region. I am very much looking forward to delving further into IPEF and what it offers, the opportunities that New Zealand has over the course of today. Deputy Secretary Graves brings to his role decades of experience in the private sector, in government and non-profit organisations. Most recently, he served as counsellor to President Biden during the 2020 presidential campaign. During the Obama administration, he served as domestic and economic policy director for then Vice President Biden. And throughout his career, Mr. Graves has championed the importance of small business and social investment. This includes serving as Deputy Assistant Secretary for Small Business, Community Development and Housing at the US Treasury, where he oversaw a $4 billion small business lending fund. Supporting small business is a passion we share and one that will be a priority for the New Zealand government. And I'm looking forward to hearing from Don his thoughts on the next steps in the US-New Zealand trade relationship as we work together to increase the prosperity and resilience of the people for the US and in New Zealand. It's now a pleasure to hand the floor to Deputy Assistant Graves, who's prepared a virtual message for us today.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of Secretary Raimondo and the entire Department of Commerce, I'm pleased to speak to you all today. First, I'd like to congratulate Prime Minister Luxon on his recent election. Our country's shared belief in the peaceful transfer of power serves as an example to others across the globe. I'd also like to recognize our private sectors, including members of the American Chamber of Commerce in New Zealand and the New Zealand-US Business Council, for their ambition, optimism, and energy as we seek to deepen our trade and investment relationship. In a world filled with export and import imbalances, our two countries have been the exception. U.S. goods and services trade with New Zealand totaled approximately $13.4 billion in 2022, with $6.7 billion in U.S. exports to New Zealand and $6.7 billion in imports. It speaks not only to New Zealand's tremendous economic strength, but to our shared commitment to fostering a robust and reciprocal trade environment that benefits us all. It also highlights just how vital New Zealand is to the U.S. economy, supporting U.S. businesses and thousands of American jobs, and showcases the value that U.S. products, services, and investment bring to your companies and your people. But what should be crystal clear, regardless of import or export values, is this: the U.S.-New Zealand partnership has never been stronger, both bilaterally as well as in how we work together to advance our shared objectives in the Indo-Pacific and beyond. Nowhere is this more evident than our economic initiative, the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity, which is key to our multilateral efforts, along with 13 other countries in the region, to promote innovation and growth in clean, digital, and other technologies, and to combat the scourge of corruption. New Zealand has been an instrumental partner in ensuring the progress of IPEF negotiations, culminating earlier this month with the signing of the first of its kind supply chain agreement among the IPEF partners, as well as the substantial conclusion of negotiations on the clean economy and fair economy agreements. Our partnership on countering economic coercion is also critical to improving the global economic landscape. Together, we recognize that companies cannot succeed when countries participate in coercive behavior or avoid adhering to the rules-based order that allows companies to compete in global markets. Working with New Zealand and our partners is essential to our approach to the Indo-Pacific region. Together, we can demonstrate that our concerns aren't driven by great power competition or global dominance, but by a collective commitment to ensuring that our rules-based order remains intact and that all nations respect their international human rights commitments. Critical and emerging technologies are also on the forefront of our economic partnership, from healthcare tech and new medical developments to advances that will bring green technologies to our markets and reduce our carbon emissions. The United States and New Zealand place a mutual priority on promoting norms of responsible use of critical and emerging technologies, including quantum computing, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, or advanced semiconductors. We need to be aligned to promote their use for legitimate purposes and discourage others from engaging in irresponsible and dangerous behavior around their utilization. We're also working, as never before, on space commerce and are excited about New Zealand's efforts to create opportunities for innovation, growth, and further investment, trade, and partnerships between our countries and our private sectors. The saying, "the sky is the limit," is proving to be true in ways we couldn't have imagined even a decade ago. I look forward to pushing those limits even further with your help. I'd also be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to formally invite you and your companies to attend the Commerce Department's Select USA Investment Summit, being held in Washington, D.C. area in June of next year. Select USA is a one-stop shop to learn all you need to know about why the U.S. is the top destination for foreign investment. We can help your companies connect with partners from all of our 50 states and U.S. territories to help realize your company's investment plans. Registration is currently open, and I hope to see many of you there. We look forward to continuing our close partnership that will help shape the global economy and ensure our mutual economic security. I hope the remainder of the summit is fruitful and expands on the many opportunities to come as we work to deepen and fortify our commercial relationships.